YouTube! What the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. Gonna keep the Carthage campaign going. I've successfully clicked an attack order on phases here, so we should be able to defeat them on this roll. And take yet another port settlement, which is fantastic. Help us come closer to victory, one piece at a time. Good grief, took a lot of casualties, but at least we got rid of all the Persians, raise the settlement, and take it over. And we've got plenty of money to handle the rebuilding. And one temple and one farm. Alright, so let's see. Let's get this agent up here as well. Keep supporting those armies. Let me see what else I have going on. Because I'm trying to remember. I think I have... So we need to assault Salamis in order to completely control Syria, and then we also... we do have to take Palmyra from the rebels. That's frustrating. I wonder what kind of troops these guys have.
How can I help?
Let's try some military subversion. Or actually, let's try to assault the garrison. And, let's come over here and see what they've got. Tons of citizen cav and Tarentine cav, and I mean tons, and then peltist. And my army doesn't have a particularly large amount of cav. So I'm going to just encircle and force them out against me, where they have to attack me and hopefully can't just run away with their skirmishers. Of course, attacking them in the city where all their skirmishers and cav are bunched up actually might be smarter, but they would probably rally, or sally forth against me. So that could end up being pointless. Okay. Go into no stance, sail up. We got a Seleucid fleet off of Tyros that needs to be dealt with. There's a Seleucid agent down here as well. Let's see if we can poison him. Alright, sweet. Got rid of them. There's another Seleucid agent here.
How can I help? Another.
Okay.
Power knows no bounds.
Alright, well I've got several armies in this vicinity. Let's go ahead and march on Hatra, which is defenseless, yet reinforced. This might be another good one. I can't night attack. Let's encircle and force their reinforcements to come out after me. Well, actually, I could bring a whole nother army up and just reinforce. That's what I'll do. Okay, now I can just auto-resolve this and get rid of these. Well, actually I can't, so still gonna have to fight it because the auto-resolve is gonna hurt me pretty bad. So let's go ahead and assault the city. They're gonna get reinforcements, and we'll see whether... Okay, they sallied out against me, so it's gonna be an open field battle. My reinforcements ought to come close to my own men, though. And this may be a good opportunity for me to try and test the that hard group attack that I've been using on a large scale, since I normally just use it.
Libyan infantry! Awaiting orders. Ready.
I've got plenty of cav, elephants. Okay, let's start the battle. My reinforcements are coming from behind me, which is fantastic. So I just need to get all my guys together, so give me just a second to gather them up. Let's fast forward to get them in on the screen. All the enemy reinforcements are going to be coming now as well, so this is going to be a fairly large battle between myself and the Medians. It's going to be a 40-unit fight. Oh, this is that army that I have the mercenary Cretan archers in. I can support a pretty staggeringly large line of Libyan infantry. Looks like I'm going to be able to put just a few hoplites on each flank, which they do make good support units for a flank. Okay, got all my skirmishers. Put my elephants behind my line for protection. And looks like I'll be able to have 4 cav on each flank.
Cavalry! Orders!
Okay, let me just get all my men completely arranged. Let's fast forward. And as soon as I get my men arranged, I'll go ahead and move forward. But yeah, definitely it's going to be pretty interesting. I don't get into full 40 unit fights very often. The AI's got a lot of light units, light peltis, skirmisher cav, Omen, Thurio spears. Okay, all my units are nearly in position. Make sure my guys are well rested as well. A lot of enemy cav actually here. Median cav, Persian cav, Median. Yeah, they've got a lot of Median cav. Okay, let's take our main body, form a hard group for the ease of movement. And let's go ahead and push forward. I have to let my troops rest occasionally, since it is in the heat, but I think quite a few of my troops ought to be heat resistant. Kind of annoying this little village is going to be in my way. Shouldn't be too terribly bad though, so let's go ahead and start moving through it. If the AI attacked me while I was blobbed up in it, it could be bad. Or if this was a game like Napoleon where you get people to blob up and you get more hits and stuff, it would be a dangerous move. AI is reforming a little. And kind of almost looks like they're moving right back towards the same formation. I'm going to let my men rest a little once they hit their position, and then I'll begin an assault. There's also a village right in front of their troops. The main thing I'm worried about is there's a lot of Median cav. The AI gets a pretty nice bonus versus you anyway when it's set to hard or very hard. And if these cav get into your swords, they can do quite a bit of damage. They're going to do way better than your cav would into their swords. Again, I'm just going to let it fast forward for another second. These big battles take a while just to form up. I wish they'd just let you form up from the beginning and save you the time. It's kind of frustrating. But I guess it takes away some of that dynamic that they want to be there, where you're having to potentially get hit before all your reinforcements arrive. So okay, so what I'm going to do, looks like my swords are well rested. Some of my hoplites are still tired. So let's fast forward for just a second longer. Make sure that my men are well rested before the fight. This is going to be a big fight and a big victory if we get it. We're going to kill what I think is most of the Median military forces. These mercenary hoplites are heavy units, so very heavy units. No surprise that they're the most worn out from all this running around, because they're carrying the most armor and shield. Okay, let's go into play, and here we're gonna en masse try my little trick, and then
Our spears are yours!
them in their own group. I've got all my skirmishers in a hard group.
Formation!
And there's something I'm wanting to try here. I want to try a group attack with them and see how it goes. Okay. Alright, so I've got these guys. They need to be in a hard group, though.
Builder, for glory! Engage!
Okay, I'm rushing an attack.
My lord!
And I'm going to support the flanks with the hoplites. And I'm going to click an attack on their skirmishers with my hard grouped skirmishers. Bring my elephants up as needed.
Cavalry!
Let's see if we can get the attention of some of their cavalry. We'll probably just gain the attention of their spears, though. I do have some noble cav out here,
hidden units.
which is great. Okay, my guys are receiving their attack orders.
Hoplites ready!
I'm gonna try lots of these group orders just to see how it works out. Seems to be working alright. I mean, all my men are coming up and getting engaged. Sorry it's a little laggy. There's a lot of troops involved here.
Heavy horse at your command!
Cavalry has blessed us! For glory!
Orders! Ready to march! My lord!
Okay, I've got some massive rear attacks going. Man, all those attack orders actually work pretty well. I would zoom in and show you all some of the action, but it's extremely laggy. They actually managed to get a pikeman unit turned into me.
Infantry ready!
Yeah, the AI is actually pretty good at that these days.
Ready! Forever loyal!
Gosh darn it.
Balhamun has
I'm having a hard time getting hold of some of these troops. Kind of like to get my elephants up here into some of their remaining troops. Some of my Carthaginian cavs not getting away like I wanted to. There's a huge mass rout of Medians fleeing the field, though, because of the morale blows. Yeah, I mean, so the Medians just routed en masse. So basically, that was a morale blow. Huge morale blow. So I mean, that click attack thing worked really well right there, because, you know, whenever I try and click my own orders, there's too many of them, and it's difficult. And I mean, I hate turning stuff over to the AI, but for goodness sakes, it worked. At least in that particular scenario. I don't know how well it works in multiplayer. I should try it there and see what happens. So these armies will get away with a lot of men because I didn't run them down, but I wasn't going to catch most of them anyway. The red line was right there.
Ready for battle.
So not that big a deal. Okay, so we've pushed against Hatra successfully. There's quite a few Aryan troops down here that are no friend of mine either. Look, the RDAI raiding Persia near Gazaka. And got some rebuilding going on in these provinces. They'll stabilize. Let's take a look at our objectives again just to see how we're doing. Okay, just 11 more port settlements and we win the game. Well, and then Syria's got to be in my control, which means that we have to take out the rebels who did not come and attack me, actually. Interestingly enough. Oh, well, never mind. I haven't turn-ended yet. My bad. Forgot I haven't turn-ended. There's a whole bunch of troops on this island as well, too. I want to blockade them in with my fleet when I get a chance. Those guys have moved. Those guys have moved. Let's get these armies.
Ready for battle.
Are there any port settlements up here for the taking? Really, not really. Except for Olbia. And, what are these guys' names? Whatever. Let's go look at it. I can't pronounce it, but recognize it. They're allied with the Getae, who hate me, so they would actually be a good faction to go take, and I'll get me another port city. Or, wait, did I say Getae because I meant Bastarnai?
How can I serve?
Let's
Yes, my lord.
take this
It is an honor to serve you. Finding shelter.
army here. Take these guys on over to Apollonia. And we can head towards the Getae with them. This army can continue on to Rome and then Medlon.
How can I serve?
And then this navy
And glory.
can kind of force out. Yeah, thanks for sailing into there. Hopefully I don't take any attrition. Alright,
How can I serve?
let's go ahead and sail this navy down here. Sail this navy this way because I don't need them over here. Limonum is the last Gallic settlement in the region. My guys are a little beat up though. I'd kind of like to retrain before I push forward into more Gallic troops. There's a few Gallic troops right here outside of the Bract that I can kill. Yeah, how convenient. They managed to kill my war elephants. Here, when are you gonna learn? I can't recruit anything here because I don't have any buildings for it, but you know, maybe that's a good idea to go ahead and build some. I could hire some mercenaries in the meantime, but I'm alright. I'm not hurting bad enough that I really need any mercenaries. Okay. Those guys are on the way. Got a few upgrades we need to divvy out here. Coerce and Concealed Blade. Take that. Lions of Tanit. Get Formidable Fighters.
For orders.
And here we can open up Night Attack. The Judge's Will. Man, I love getting all these things that give me so much extra melee weapon damage and stuff. It's insane, the kind of damage that it does. Phase this. Morale, Cunning, and Line of Sight. Sure, why not? I'm using so many of these things, I don't know which ones to even use anymore. Let's just, I wish there was like a way I could arrow through these. There isn't. I think I'm good, but just want to make sure I don't have any slums coming in any of them or something. Public order unhappy. Tarkanesis. Syria. Of course, get Syria. Will it buy him? Okay. Oh, good there. Good there. Good there. Good there. Okay. We should be all good. Yeah, and I'll have another army up here too. It's gonna be interesting to find out whether or not the Germanic tribes want to go to war with me. I mean, there's a port settlement up there, but I don't see a lot of port settlements in this region, other than the one the Iceni have here. Then the Iceni have several more port settlements on their island. That one actually doesn't look like it's a port settlement. So, I wonder if I could ever convince the Iceni to ally with me.
My friend, be welcome.
I don't think they're
The
interested
spirits
because we're
of this
just
place smile upon you.
they don't feel
The
like they need
gods
my help.
bless you.
Add offers payments, which they don't, but I'm just trying to use them for more port settlements. Yeah, there's no convincing them apparently. I hate to go to war with them senselessly, but I might have to in order to take some of those settlements. I mean, I need them. So, that's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens here.
No warrior likes standing alone in battle. Should we not
make a
be
counteroffer.
sword brothers and watch for each other?
Military alliance. Whatever you want. Okay, well, maybe I'll try a defensive alliance and see if I can work my way up to a military alliance with them. It's going to be annoying, though, if they won't take the military alliance even then, because I'll have to break my defensive alliance with them in order to try and get less penalties. Seleucids, no doubt, trying to run some agents around RDI. Hopefully the RDI is still going. I'm worried these guys are going to attack me any moment now, because I think I'm at war with them. And I believe I can train additional armies as part of picking a republic, so I probably need to raise more armies. Might as well help this whole process go quicker. Alright, so I got some poisoned wells. Got an agent trying to screw with me here, and they succeeded in taking away all my movement points and hurting my army a little, which is frustrating. And my only agent in the region died. So I'm at the mercy of this Gallic agent, unfortunately.
How can I serve?
The rack is starting to come under control, though. Probably to the point where I can hit Lamonum. Whatever. Don't care if I'm trespassing. Gonna take them out, get rid of the Gallic Confederation, take Lamonum, be finished with them. Okay, down here, we've got these armies that are ready to... let's make sure that I get... Let's see, with... I mean, I'm military allies with these guys, but I may still need military access.
Friend. Welcome. I agree.
So I'll just make sure that they don't get ticked off at me walking across their land. Let's take a look at the Kidri and the Nabatea.
Welcome, friend. Welcome. I, in my lord's name, will give you a fair answer before the sun sets.
Okay, how about I offer you a military alliance and some money?
But you have not yet used it to say what I need to hear.
How about that? Is that what you need to hear? Okay. And then if I get them, I should be able to pick up the Kidri.
Welcome, friend. Welcome. I, in my lord's name, will give you a fair answer.
Okay, so I've now allied Nabatea and the Kidri.
Guide you well today.
Is that an offer of military access?
We had heard of your...
And now let's see if we can get it from the... get it from the Nabatea as well.
My master extends the most magnificent welcome.
Okay.
May the gods bless you.
Let's check out this next faction here and see if they're willing to join with me as well.
Welcome, friend. Welcome. Come, sit. Enjoy the pleasures of my home.
They're at war with all the same people as me. I don't want a military alliance. I can't trade with them. Let's see if they're interested in the non-aggression pact, and we'll just work our way up.
You present honest terms that I accept and will present to my people.
Okay. Well, we've got a good start there. We can ally with them, and that should have gained me more port settlements too by getting those alliances. It has. It got me one more. And I just need to get a hold of Syria. And when I get a hold of Syria, that'll give me one more port settlement there. And the Seleucid Navy. There's a bunch of enemy transports here. I really need some more naval reinforcements, which is what this is going to be. Okay, well, there's a bunch of Seleucid agents outside my city again. Somehow the Seleucids have money for agents, even though they only have one settlement left, which is pretty irritating. I got some pretty serious enemy troops behind me here, so let's go back and protect Edessa.
We fight for
This army that's just taken Hatra, we can swipe in here and take out Dura. I may get counterattacked by these other folks that are around, but at least that'll pretty much... Is there some reason why I couldn't go across the bridge? I guess that other army got in my way. These guys are in trouble on this turn in. Okay, the rebels are going to make me come in here and kill them, so I'm going to just assault. I've already taken a little bit of attrition. And they sallied out onto the field, which is actually bad for me because they have so many cavalry and skirmishers, and I have so very little cavalry. Do have my ballista. I'm probably going to target their Tarentine cav with my ballista because it's the most annoying threat they have. So I'll put my hoplites up front since they're the most heavily armored. We'll back them up with my skirmishers.
As you say.
Skirmisher mode. Ballista up front. Elephants in the back. I'm going to keep my cab in the back as well.
Malay cavalry. Malay infantry. Our spears are yours.
Okay, let's go ahead and start the battle.
Ballista! Rebels, they are a plague upon good order and peace of the world. Like any diseased limb, they must be cut off. We shall make example of these foolish wretches. Leave none alive. Put them to the sword. As you say.
Okay, my general's saying that we need to put them to the sword. I couldn't agree more. AI is charging towards me, so time to start picking up Tarentine units with my artillery. This standard shot ought to be pretty effective versus their cavalry. And let's see, they've got all these peltists in the center. I've got my own javelins, so I should be alright. They're gonna try and take units to my flank, so I'll turn some javelin men.
Waiting order.
Jav cav. Target all these citizen cav. Chasing that Tarentine cav won't do me a whole lot of good. Oh, those are citizen cav. I thought they were skirmisher cav coming at me. They got a rear charge on me too.
Javelin men! Quick march! Swift and accurate!
Okay.
Missile!
Skirmishers are going to attempt to fight back. I'm gonna charge forward there. My hoplites and engage their infantry.
Our general is under attack.
Around. Cavalry! Engage! Awaiting orders! Hoplites ready! War elephants! Get forward! Infantry at your command! Infantry!
Kind of blobbing up here, but
Hoplites!
should be alright. Let's repurpose my javelin men.
order!
Getting a pretty good route going.
Libyan infantry! War elephants!
My own
The battle is turning in our favor.
my own horse skirmishers have taken out that Tarentine cav.
War elephants!
Battle's turning over in my favor, so yeah, we're gonna end up beating these guys pretty badly.
War elephants!
The only decent unit they had was these hoplites, which is where their general was at. The rest of their units were, in all reality, garbage.
Starting order!
Okay, there we go. So we've taken control of Palmyra, which is one of the necessary steps in securing Syria. I do believe we still have to take control of Salamis, which is going to be quite a fight because there's a couple of pretty large enemy armies there. I can raise more armies in this area though if I need it. I mean, I have a lot of armies headed to the region. So the rebels are no longer in control of Palmyra. My army is slightly weakened though, and there are enemies around who could use this as an opportunity to strike. To minimize that risk, I'm going to use this agent to see if I can subvert. I'll run an assault patrol on that army up there. This mission was successful.
My power knows no bounds.
Army can't reinforce, so they're stuck. Let's try and do the same thing to this army. Use some military subversion. We'll do another assault patrol.
Ares be praised.
Okay, so we froze a couple of those armies
My lord.
to where they can't do much to me.
How can I serve you?
It's an RDAI agent there, so I don't need to... Let's see if we can use this guy to take out this Median agent before he causes trouble.
The wolf is at the door.
Okay. And let's see, Tarsus. So Salamis is actually part of Sicilia, so I do believe that was actually the last one. No, I still have to get control of Dura. Build a couple of military buildings here to use this as an outpost if necessary. So I will get control of Dura on the next turn. That should help put an end. And check it out, my military ally is actually heading to Seleucia with a pretty major force. So my ally's actually starting to pay off now, which is pretty fantastic. I've got military access to, just making sure I'm not going to take any attrition. Carthage must have resistance to desert attrition or something, because I seem to
I am a reaper of souls.
do well.
Their life.
Good grief, man.
My order has dared
How
to
may I
Feluda.
serve you? All men
Agent seems to be
must die.
somewhat resistant to all my attacks. Managed to take them out, though. Got a bunch more Seleucid agents up here, of which I have very little chance of accomplishing anything.
I shall play.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
How can I serve the people? I shall call her.
That also doesn't surprise me.
The gods will see these wounds heal swiftly.
I will put an end.
Okay, well, at least I didn't get wounded.
I understand. I swear I will not fail again.
I wish you wouldn't, but I know you will. Alright, so Phasis is under control.
What do you wish of me?
Sumerians are coming through here, so we've pretty much secured this area. I don't see any other port settlements over here either. Really, it's just Sherax is the only other port settlement. But, I mean, we're still going to have to push this war. Unfortunately, I mean, I really think I'm going to have to declare war on the Iceni in order to get more port settlements. I mean, because attacking all these Germanic tribes is only going to get me a few. I mean, it may not hurt me to get a good navy going somewhere over here, though, and see if I can use that navy to capture some of these port settlements along the way. I don't know if I can recruit any more navies, though. Yeah, I can. Let's go ahead and raise a fleet here. Market Dynasty, raise fleet.
Ready for orders.
And let's go ahead and do some recruiting, though I'm going to need some assault ships as well. Alright. This army should be retrained by the next turn as long as it doesn't get stopped by that agent, which it could.
Your command.
Friends of the 104 was the ones that just took out that army here, so they need an upgrade. They can do night attacks now. Anyway, I think that's all the time I have for this episode. HeirofCarthage signing off.